You might be trying to drive a mentoring program and you're finding that perhaps it needs a bit of a resurgence, a bit of revival. Well, I'm here to provide another idea, something that isn't traditional. I've advised many clients around the world on bringing this in and how to do that. It might help you if you're a consultant, if you work internally. I hope you'll find this helpful. So you've launched a mentoring program in your business. Congratulations. In the first few months of check-ins, you discover that your pairings are meeting together. Then after about 90 days, you definitely notice that the enthusiasm for this mentoring program has waned a little. Meetings are becoming less frequent. Business priorities just seem to take over. You don't need to be alarmed. It's what I prescribe as mentor fade. It's completely normal. And look, having created and rolled out mentoring programs for organizations in the past, I've played both roles, both mentor and mentee. I think there's 4 reasons why mentoring programs fail. Number 1 is that there aren't enough mentors in the business. So you've got all these really experienced senior people. You have this hierarchy, this pyramid. There's more people wanting mentors, more high potential people, more people that really want to build and grow their skills in the business and connect with others. Yet you're limited because of the hierarchy. There just aren't enough people to provide that support. Number 2 is time. Mentors in your business are busy. They're high performing, they're in demand. For that reason, it's really hard to get that time, that consistency in meetings. And I know many mentors aim to prioritize it, but things happen within businesses and you just have to react. Sometimes the mentor relationship tends to take that subordinate position as a priority. Number 3 is that mentees tend to get what they want in the first 3 months anyway. Most mentoring programs have a set period of time. It might be a 6 or 12-month period where you're meeting regularly with your mentor. However, I discovered as a mentee that after the first few months, I didn't need any more information or contacts. I didn't have any more new questions to ask. I just needed to start executing. I found myself just trying to create new questions for these sessions. I didn't really need to have a formal 6-month plus longer period because I gleaned a lot from what they spoke about in those initial meetings. Number 4 is that there's a bit of a power imbalance and status kind of plays in. If you're working internally and you're partnered with someone that's a bit more senior to you, you want to impress them. You may not tell them your biggest vulnerabilities and what you're really worried about, like what the true challenge is for you, because you're always concerned about saving face and looking good. I was listening to Jenny Blake's Pivot podcast a few years ago when I heard her use the phrase frientoring. Frientoring is a mutual mentoring relationship among peers. Early in my career, I had 2 friendtors who helped me tremendously. I thought if this worked so well outside of work, why can't it work well within the workplace? Here's the distinction between frientoring and mentoring. We go to our work friends when we need to celebrate and commiserate about our personal and professional lives. In the absence of that outlet, work, as we know, can seem lonely and isolating. It lacks attachments. Frientoring provides an opportunity for connections to be made within your business, no matter someone's role or location. While mentoring provides a great platform for specific expertise and career growth, in a mentoring relationship, you'll ask questions like, hey, how did you become a principal engineer? And which associations should I join? And can you connect me with so-and-so? The focus on a friendtor relationship is mutual support, accountability, and to build your connections. So you want your friendtors checking in at the end of the month saying, hey, did you manage to reach out to Bob? Or who can I talk to in the business to get this done? Here are some of the advantages. 1, it's mutually beneficial. Both parties are learning and also coaching and teaching as well. It's mutual. There is no weight on one person to be the expert and answer all of the questions. It's inclusive. Everyone in your business can participate. There are far more possible peer-to-peer relationships in organizations than mentor, which is like junior to senior relationships. So it just opens it up. Everyone can learn, really. Did you know that having a best friend at work can lead to better performance? I think it's because when you start seeking out more peer-to-peer relationships in your business, there is an increase in the amount of collaboration across regions and functions, more empathy between different departments. Employees also attribute their connections and relationships to being part of your organization. So that inspires company loyalty. Like, I don't want to leave. I've got all these wonderful friends here. And that actually keeps me in my job. It keeps that attachment going. Now, I don't think frientoring and mentoring need to be mutually exclusive. I think they can absolutely coexist and complement one another. And you can roll out these programs out formally or more organically. by providing resources on how any employee can start their own friendtor network. When I work with clients, I do recommend specific guidelines, such as setting up friendtor rituals or just ideas on how to actually launch it and when you should launch a friendtor program. It's really effective as part of and at the back end of some type of intervention or project. Here are 3 tips to get started if you're thinking about frientoring. I think one is just try it for yourself and see how it goes at that n=1 level. So I suggest you reach out to a peer. Instead of saying, I want to pick your brain, say, hey, let's catch up for a 30-30. Hats off to Jenny Blake. This is her concept of a 30-30 meeting, where you catch up with someone for a coffee. For the first 30 minutes, they pick your brain, and for the second 30 minutes, you pick theirs. You switch roles, and you each help each other tackle a topic. Number 2 is to ramp it up for your remote employees. For them, it's even more critical to have a frientoring type of relationship, particularly when they're not getting regular FaceTime. And number 3 is to incorporate asynchronous technology. You don't need to be live for these calls. I've got so many friendtors around the world, and we just talk to each other on WhatsApp or Signal groups using voice notes or video to do that. So it's not impacting my time. I can catch up and respond to the conversation when I'm ready. I hope you enjoy this idea. It's just one new, different way of navigating old, traditional, archaic mentoring programs where we rely on experts to help us out for everything. I think there is a ton of value in having peer-to-peer friendtor relationships, particularly as we're navigating so much uncertainty. No one actually knows what's happening. So support is critical. Being able to talk frankly about things is critical. And having a peer-to-peer relationship, a friendtor within your business will also enhance your attachment to the business as well. Enjoy this one. Reach out if you have any questions about frientoring and if you need support in incorporating it into your business. Chat to you next time.